Good morning and welcome to your Monday morning espresso shot. We're almost in November now. So, where did the year go? In any case, let us begin by placing our awareness in the area of the heart. This is what we always do. Placing awareness in the area of the heart, taking slow, deep breaths, and imagine these breaths flowing in and out of your heart. Just breathe slowly and gently and make these breaths symmetrical. 5 seconds breathing in, imagine it flowing into your heart. And then 5 seconds exhaling, imagine it flowing out of your heart. Pay attention to the body. What is it doing right now as you're taking these slow, deep, gentle, nurturing breaths? And now begin to draw your breaths deeper. Imagine them flowing into your heart, down to your perineum, and then flowing out of your perineum and out through your heart. Just imagine these breaths flowing in and out in that way. You'll be breathing from your nose or your mouth. Make it gentle, make it nurturing. Now, gently open your eyes if you had them closed, and you can continue breathing like this, of course. Let us dive into our topic right now for the next 5 minutes or so. Today's topic is the brick wall metaphor of life. I speak to many people about this. I've done in workshops around this, and I also do one-on-one coaching around this. And I find that this is a theme that keeps coming up. Now, imagine the time when you said to yourself, "I want to change. I want to change my life. I want to change my career, or I want to do something different. I want to break out of this financial chaos that I'm in. I need to change the relationships I have with others, whether they're romantic relationships or otherwise." Every time you say that, you're calling upon the guidance from the matrix to show you ways out, because really that's the law of the universe is ask and you shall receive, and the receiving part is a different topic for another day. But when you ask, the universe responds. That is exactly what happens. So when you ask that I want something different, the universe responds. We recoil in fear, and the reason is because what we receive is an opportunity, and we may not recognize it as an opportunity, but it's an opportunity to just step into that place of the unknown. The place of the unknown is where your new life is going to shape up, because if it was a known result, then you would be just repeating the past. So when you want a change in your life, it's because you want the change to be different than what you're experiencing now, in which case it will be a different outcome that you're looking for. And yet human body recoils in fear whenever we're introduced to something new. This is a normal, natural thing for every human being. You see, our body runs efficiently. Our body is very efficient. And change means that there's extra energy expended in our body to facilitate change. That's why, when we try and break into new diets or new exercise routines, it takes a while before we get in there. And sometimes we slip back into old patterns. So given that our bodies are averse to change until we make it used to a new level, and then it becomes comfortable in that level, and then you'll get locked into that level. That is exactly what happens in our system. So what is the secret of getting from the now state to a future state? The secret is the body needs some form of an inducement or some form of an inspiration, even if inspiration is born through fear. For example, if you've just had it enough for a particular part in your life, I've just had enough of this, and you keep saying yourself, the pain of that existing life begins to increase, and you're experiencing the pain of being in a current state to a point where you decide, okay, I've had enough. Now I'm really going to change. And it makes you step into the new realm. But it only does that after you hit that brick wall. That brick wall is where you finally hit it and say, I don't know what else to do. I'm so tired of struggling against this new opportunity, or I'm not seeing the new opportunity, and I just surrender. So when you hit a brick wall, you're basically saying, I have no place else to go. I'm just going to surrender and allow just the winds of inspiration to take me wherever it needs to take me. And I'm also going to trust. So the surrender and trust part is what will get you through that brick wall. So next time you're having an unwanted experience, ask yourself, is this my proverbial brick wall? And is this now time to surrender and trust and allow me to move into a new arena, a new place where I will find a home. I will find new relationships. I will find new people. I'll find new opportunities, things that I have never experienced before. But when I'm in that state, I'll always look back and say, why didn't I do this sooner? And that is the brick wall metaphor of life. So I hope that has been helpful when you do that. And of course, to try and be aware of what's happening emotionally in your body, this is the practice we do. this is exactly the kind of practice we do, and we've been doing this, is to take these slow, deep, gentle breaths and experiencing those breaths flowing in and out of our hearts, and breathing slowly. And then at a time when you take in a rejuvenating emotion, when you feel amazing, when you feel like you're feeling joy and appreciation, is where you'll find that difference. Because if you're feeling sad now, but then you imagine yourself in a situation where you feel gratitude and joy, you'll see a step change. And that is the new state. That is your new normal. So let us begin to practice that very thing right now as we take the slow, deep, gentle breaths. And imagine these breaths flowing in and out of our hearts. You can go and breathe right down to your perineum. Imagine them flowing right into your heart, down to your perineum. And when you exhale from the perineum and out from your heart. And allow this to happen symmetrically. If you take 5 seconds to do this, take 5 seconds to do that as an outward breath. And then begin to experience a rejuvenating emotion, love, appreciation, peace. And put a gentle smile on your face as you're experiencing this immense, intense emotion, that you feel amazing in this moment in time. And do that and see how your life changes. And as you take these slow, deep, gentle breaths and imagining them flowing in and out of your heart, inviting rejuvenating emotions such as gratitude and appreciation, ask your body to be able to allow you to feel a more intense version of these emotions. Just give yourself permission. This is the time to just surrender to your emotions and surrender to the invitation from the divine wisdom. Now, gently open your eyes if you had them closed. Bring yourself back to this moment. You may continue breathing in this way, of course, because it's beneficial to your autonomic nervous system. And always keep love and gratitude in your heart so that you can be balanced throughout the day. So thank you for participating. 15 minutes goes by very quickly. But I'm here to stick around. If you have any questions or reflections or comments, please do that. If I can be of any service to you for personal coaching sessions, please do reach out to me, and I'm happy to support you in that way. So if there are any questions or comments, please pass them through and I will answer. I don't see anything coming through right now. So wanted to thank you. You can certainly add your comments on the chat. I see something happening here. Michelle says permission to feel. Yes. Why is this needed? Okay. We need to talk to our bodies all the time. We have to. Because our bodies are not the master. Remember, I mentioned earlier in our conversation that our bodies have a routine that's automatic. You don't think about, okay, now ready for the heart to beat now, or enzymes to produce now. You're not thinking about this. 90% of your automatic functions in your body is actually managed by your autonomic nervous system. And the way you influence the autonomic nervous system is to breathing in this slow, deep, gentle way, 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. And what that does is it balances your autonomic nervous system, signals your body that, hey, I'm ready to receive new information. So when you do that, the body now begins to pay attention. There was a time when I remember I was reading a news story one day, many years back. And in the news story, there was the story about somebody who was shot by the police in the eastern United States somewhere, and there were a huge amount of people on the social media who were outpouring their grief. A lot of them were grief, and they were feeling the pain for the family of this individual. He left behind little children. And they were feeling a lot of grief. And when I started reading the pain, and these are complete strangers to this particular individual, it was coming from all over North America. And I asked myself, I said, these individuals don't even know who this person is, and yet they're feeling so much grief and pain for that individual and the family. And then I asked myself, well, why am I not feeling this grief and pain? Why am I not feeling the pain of this family, of these individuals? And so I said, I want to feel the pain. I want to feel what it feels like, to have empathy for this human being. And before I could finish that intention of mine, I began to cry and I began to sob, and I felt this emotion that overtook me. From that day onward, I realized that I can actually ask my body to create an intensified version of any emotion, not only sadness and grief, but also of joy and gratitude. All I have to do is give permission to my body to open up that. And when you practice that often enough, and you say, I want to feel joy, I want to invite more joy, and you continue to breathe in this way, you'll be surprised at how much joy penetrates your body, because you're just pushing it off. Your body is resisting, and you don't even know it's resisting. It's a subconscious thing. It's protection mechanism. Perhaps it's built over time. Remember, body doesn't like to change until you speak to it and become the master of your body. And so by asking your body to feel a more intense version of these emotions, there will be a point in time in your life where you'll open up the floodgates, and then you'll be healed, and you'll go to the next level of capacity to embody that joy and gratitude. I hope that helps. Thank you for asking that question. All right, no more questions coming through. So I want to thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care for now.